The spell is broken. We live again. I finally found these things. I had purchased these a while ago, and I had lost the Steel Clan robots, so that's super cool. Paid full price for them, and then found out the place I work had them available shortly afterwards, and I could have got them for about half off. So that's cool. First up, we've got a Xanatos. David Xanatos here. Recently just went to GalaxyCon Columbus and forgot to bring my Xanatos box to have what's his nuts Riker sign for me. So that's fun. This is the first time I'm messing with any of these, and wow, do these have a lot of extra parts. So I guess we're gonna pull all these out. I'm gonna assume once you do one for one of once you do a review for one of these, they're pretty much all the same. So I'm just going to pull everything out of the box. I am saving the boxes still, but I think I am going to pull out all of the accessories because I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang on to these boxes. They're not really specific. The only reason that I would keep the box, as I said, is for a signature, and Ed Asner's dead. So that sucks, and I don't know that any of the other voice actors really do a lot of cons and stuff, so that's cute. Scratched out of the box from The Other Wing. That's fun. Which I have heard is an issue with all of these, actually, is that they didn't put any like tissue paper or anything between them, so we get what we get. I should have like 300 of these. I bought like a big 20 pack of these snips because I lose them all the time. Now I did purchase Xanatos, as I said. I do not know where that figure is right now. It might actually be right behind me in a box, so I might have to get up and you'll have to look at my butt. Here is the Xanatos head, which I'm 90% sure is a different head than the one that came with the rest of them, which is a good thing, because those heads I didn't really like that much. Got our tail. Because this is going to be a bigger review. I got a bunch of junk just laying around, so that's always fun too. And as I said, I'm pretty sure once we open one of these, they're all going to kind of be the same. I did get 2 of the Steel Clan robots because that's what you do with troop builders. I did not need, let's see, 6 of them as it shows on the box. 2 gets the point across. I'm anxiously awaiting the pack. The pack is probably one of my favorite parts of the old Gargoyles show. So I'm hoping that we get figures of them. Because if not, I'm starting to hit a line on this Gargoyles line already, where it's like, kind of tired of getting all these wings, or not getting the wings that I want for them. I have a feeling that NECA probably has these planned out, but if you're not a completionist, it's going to start getting hairy real quick. And I think that's probably going to be the downfall. Usually these little holes go towards the bottom. There we go. One nice part about these bigger ones is that they do, having that extra piece there does make them hold up a little better. And if you watch the show, he has this is the one that he uses supposedly, but our first pack member is actually right here because that's actually his his head on there. So I don't know what this is for. I would assume maybe, yeah, looks like this goes under here. He does have some boosters, so you could pop these on down here. And the big one goes up here. Probably in my display, I'm going to have them flying anyway, because I think that this guy looks cooler that way. Those don't really fit in there too well. This one's been inside. The other two were outside in a bin. So that's kind of how they go. But we don't need those in right now. So in talking to a couple people that I know, they were thinking about doing Gargoyles cosplays. And in doing it, you're like, oh, okay, cool, I could be this guy, I could do this guy. I realized very quickly that I kind of like the bad guys for most things, so I think I'm going to do Thalog. I don't know if I even bother to do that. I'm kind of hitting a weird stride with cosplay because it costs a lot of money to do, and I'm not really seeing any return on that investment. Thanks to the Cleveland Gaming Classic, I did get one feature, which kind of was like a put a bucket list item. So I'm very thankful to Tom and them at the Cleveland Gaming Classic for letting me fulfill that. I got to hang out and do some stuff. But the real problem that I'm running into with cosplay and in general is I'm not a girl. I'm not a hot girl. And unless I'm constantly entering contests at conventions and getting drunk and doing all that stupid stuff, I don't feel like I'm going to get the reach that I need. So I got to come back. Wow, this thing is huge. So there's Xanatos. Armored Xanatos. I mean, it's cool looking, but geez, this thing is huge. And you can fold the wings down, and they do fold back. So they at least are a little more, they're a little more, you can do some stuff with them, but still, they're not the greatest. They are definitely not the greatest option. And I feel like I'm going to break that the second that I try to turn it. There. So they still take up quite a bit of space. And there's nothing you can do. Like the other gargoyles, you can get them folded wings. There's nothing you could do for this guy to make him any smaller. Yeah. All right, let's pop there. This head off. And this was one of my gripes with this. Where did that head go? Oh, it's over here. So this tiny head has to go on here, and it looks kind of silly because the gargoyles, these are supposed to be the size of the gargoyles, and he's supposed to be a human inside. And just, you could fake stuff with a cartoon that you can't fake with a with an action figure. So we're gonna put that little rubber piece in there first. And I don't hold this against anyone at NECA. I mean, ugh. If I could get this in here, that would be super, though. Because as you go push it, the ball moves around. It's not like a... What the hell? It's not a solid ball joint. I would do it on camera, but it's... That ain't going to work. Alright, so I got that. This might be like the one and only time that I even attempt this. Doesn't help that his ponytail is constantly fighting it too. There, I got it. All right. And there we go. See how tiny his head is? Doesn't look right. Let me go see if I can find that other Xanatos. Because I think I left it over here. I had a bin of stuff that I was trying to go through. And it was all the gargoyles that I had in my box. No, but I did find Eliza, so you can at least see how big the humans are. Actually had all this out. So this is how big a normal person is, and that's how big, I mean, the Xanatos' head should be. So you just can't fake it. It's nice that they included it, but it is unnecessary. I almost want to say it would be better if they'd just included the coyote part of it, because it's spoilers if you haven't watched Gargoyles, the 20-year-old show, 30-year-old maybe. The actual Xanatos isn't actually in there. It's like a robot that gets named Coyote in the later parts. So let's pop this head back off, and then we'll take a look at a couple of the accessories. And then we'll pop open one of these other boys here real quick, to see if there's any differences. So he does come with, looks like a fist, a holding hand for the other side, fist for the other side, and then these I don't know, grasping hands. They're open on each side. You do have the propulsion unit there on each of these. And then this is the cool part, but a little weird. So this is actually a part that goes on here, which I'm probably going to use for the smaller ones, not the Xanatos one. But these are guns that attach on the front, so we'll save that for them. And then, of course, you get the little neck piece and head. And I think this is like one of the cooler heads. I don't think this one came with the other Xanatos, so I'm probably gonna keep that one out. There it is. Looking for my bag of treats, so I can put these in here. I do recommend this if you become like me and have an action figure problem, is to put everything into bags as you get it. I did start putting like labels in the bags, which I really should get back to doing, but I would put the UPC codes in there. But the problem is sometimes like this line I've been keeping the boxes, so I can't rip those out. It's a whole thing. Tons of hands for this guy. But it's cool. Boom. They're all in a nice bag. And we're set. Let's rip open another one of these guys. All in all, the sculpting's great on these. There's just a couple QC problems which can be addressed. Namely, the wings getting scratched in transit. Yeah, these ones are scratched too. They're pretty much all going to be that way. Yay! This guy seems to come with pretty much exactly the same stuff, but no extra head, which is fine. Would have been cool if they'd have included maybe a battle damaged head to swap out. You know, keep the part counts the same. But no, then they could sell an entire battle damaged one later at full price. Which actually is fine too, if we can take the arms and legs off and swap them with these ones. And then we can make kind of like a battle damage crew. Just use the parts we want. But I doubt that's going to happen. Let's just be honest here. Things that make sense don't make money. All right. We got one Steel Clan robot out, and once you've seen one, you've seen them all. So these guys are pretty cold because they've been outside, so I don't want to mess with them too much. But they're still pretty pliable for being almost frozen out there. I cannot believe that I left them out there that whole time. Pop his butt in here. Tail and butt. Good. And these are just like the gargoyle tails, where they're harder than usual. I do want to pop this off on this guy, though. There. So you pop this piece off, and you can put this piece up here, and they are size side specific. So pretty cool, pretty nice. And of course, there's one for the other side as well, but we're not going to worry about that today. Getting all of these out of the packaging is somewhat liberating. I do like the paint scheme on these. I don't believe that they might have been like this on the show, but there's this like aqua blue that they've got going that's actually pretty cool. That show was so weird. Like, Xanatos was like the good guy, and then he was the bad guy, and then he became the good guy again. It was super weird. Was not expecting that from the kids show back then. Like, usually he's a bad guy the whole time. They gave that guy some depth. That's like the best character. And Jonathan Frakes was cool when I talked to him about it at GalaxyCon, but I wasn't like paying for anything because I didn't have the figure. So he was kind of like cool, and then I left. Let's pop this back on here. If Marina Sirtis was there as well, I might have driven back home and gotten the Demona as well, but she was not. 2 would have been cool, and they don't... Oh, seriously? Look at that. The hell? It was like covered up by that. So it didn't do it on the other side, so it was just hidden by that. Awesome. So that means these will probably be painted and immediately thrown. Make my own battle damage, I guess. It's real frustrating when you buy stuff and it's broken out the box. Like, come on, guys. So see what I mean by these things they're smaller, but they really aren't. People were like, oh, they fold up. That'll be nice. Yeah, if they fold it up to be smaller, that would be super. They don't. They fold up to just be bigger behind them than in front. But there's our boys. So these guys, I got to figure out a way to make them so that I could have them just flying in the sky up so high. That's it. There's our 2 Steel Clan robots. And this is it too. Like, you can't turn their head because of these giant wings are in the way. So you got to do that. Let's try swapping this guy's hand since I got him out. There. So now he's got a fist weapon. Yeah, I think these ones might be worse than the gargoyle ones. Or he is actually sitting a little weird too, so. There it is. Pretty cool. Steel Clan robots with armored Xanatos. That's it. we've got ourselves a couple of real cool dudes, and I'm going to go put them downstairs in my Gargoyles area until that gets where it needs to go to. But I do have a Gargoyles like display from an old Batman cave, Batcave, and that's where they're going, because this is these are too damn big to put anywhere else. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'm gonna give him like a 6 out of 10, because there's a lot of good stuff here, but there's too much bad. The scratches, the paint weirdness that was on the one guy's. I didn't even open this one yet, so who knows if there's maybe another batch of broken crap on this one. Should probably open it. This was from Big Bad Toy Store, so at least I don't have to worry about it being a part swap. I have seen a couple people say that they went to go open the front, which this opens on the front, and there's a different character inside. That's always fun when it's like some other NECA figure that's like 10 years old, and you didn't want that one. What, you don't want actually, a lot of the old NECA figures go for more than the new ones do, but trying to think of an old one that no one really wants. I don't know, like a Ripley or something. Not Bishop. The other android. That one I always see at shows just sitting around because no one wants the damn thing. I can't remember what that one was called. There we go. Might be the best wings that I've gotten out of all of them so far. No big scratches, just little nicks. But yeah, they needed to be wrapped in tissue paper to prevent that, because it's silver paint. This is probably the most taxing, aside from 1/6 scale collecting, but in the 1/12 to 7-inch scale, the Gargoyles line has to be the most taxing on space. There's just no space for these guys. If you collect more than just a couple of them, like this sucker, you're gonna run out of space sooner than later. And then you're gonna be like, hey, what do I need to get rid of? Because I gotta have these figures. These are ones that, like, I never got a single Gargoyles action figure, and I don't know why. I don't know if maybe I just didn't want them, or I think I was more obsessed with video games at that point. So that's probably why I didn't have a lot for any of these. But I don't remember seeing them in stores either. So maybe it's just I just hit that age where the show was cool, but I didn't need the figures. Now I'm an old man who needs the figures. So go figure. I'm just gonna pop this one into whilst I'm at it, just to make sure that like 2 seconds after I do this, something doesn't go wrong, and then it's not on film. I feel like they have fixed a lot of the issues with this initial wing project that they had going. But these guys are pretty bricky. So they're probably just going to stand in the background. Oh, nope, did the same thing. What is that? Why? It is like they painted it and then threw it in here before they even cured the paint. Why? Luckily, they're like tertiary characters. These aren't even characters. They're just like robots. So I'm not too worried about those ones, but man, that sucks. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.